Hey guys, I'm back, and I do mean back. Back, but back. By high demand. Today I'll be teaching you how to make an authentic, rich, and creamy ranch dressing. You will need some vinegar, buttermilk, some mayo, salt, pepper, parsley. I have some fresh dill and garlic. I'ma wash my hands and let's get started. You guys are going to love this recipe here. You're not even going to want to go back to the store and ever buy ranch again. I'm going to go ahead and take me 2 garlic cloves, and it is 2. They just kind of a big one and a small one. And I'm going to chop this up very fine. You really want this really thin, mince it up really good. You don't want to be biting into a big piece of garlic in your dressing. If you don't know how to mince them to where the point where you can't chew or taste them, switch this out and use some garlic powder. It will taste just the same, but you always know fresh is always better. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to chop them the long way, and then I'm going to go in and chop them the other way. And then I'm going to keep chopping until I get the desired size that I want. If you want to get that restaurant style ranch, this is the way to go. They make their ranch fresh, so that's why it has that nice taste that you love. And this is the size that I decided to get them down. Very fine and tiny. You can barely see them, but they're going to give amazing flavor into your ranch dressing. All right, so I'm putting our garlic aside. Next, we're gonna go in with our fresh dill, and I'm removing the stems as much as I can. You really don't want to be chewing into a hard stalk of the dill stem. So remove that, and then just like the garlic, I'm gonna go in and I'm going to chop it up nicely. I don't want to distinctly taste anything. I just want it to give the flavor that it needs. Feel free to also use the dill weed powder that is already pre-made. I'm deciding to use fresh ingredients so that beginners know how to do it from the beginning. And then whenever they're in a quick rush or hurry, they can just grab their dry ingredients, throw it all together, and it'll definitely be the same. You can also do this recipe with just the mayo, buttermilk, and the ranch seasoning packet that Hidden Valley sells or any other brand sells, and it'll be just the same. But of course, fresh ingredients is always best. Now we're going to take us a bowl, and I'm using some Hellmann's mayo. Feel free to use Duke's. I don't recommend using Miracle Whip. It's a little too sweet, and that's not what ranch dressing is about. We don't want that sweetness. So I'm taking half a cup of mayo, and if you like, you can also go in with some sour cream. I don't like the sour cream taste, so I'm omitting that. Next, I'm going to go in with some buttermilk, and I'm also using about a half a cup of buttermilk. Now, if you don't want the buttermilk taste, you can just use milk. Now, I choose to omit the milk or sour cream because I want more of a dressing. To me, the sour cream gives it more of a ranch sauce, and that's not what I want. I want more of a dressing. And now I'm going to go in and we're going to put in some parsley. Now, another thing about ranch dressing is that depending on what taste you're looking for will depend on what ingredients you want. You can always substitute for more healthy, like you can also use yogurt. Greek yogurt will probably be best if you're looking for the healthy route. This way is just a normal traditional ranch dressing that you see at restaurants. Now we're going to take our diced chopped up garlic, and we're going to go ahead and throw that in. And we're going to go do the same thing with our dill. Take all those ingredients and throw them in there. Now it's just time to season it. We're going to go in with some black pepper, and I'm using half a teaspoon. It was a half a teaspoon. Some just fell in there already. I'm going to also go in with the same amount of salt, half a teaspoon. And be generous with the salt, but you don't want to overdo it. Feel free to sprinkle from your hand if you feel like you're just not going to get the right amount. And now we're going to go in with our dill. Now we're going to take us some distilled vinegar, and I'm just putting in maybe about a tablespoon in there. I don't want to overdo it. I may add a little bit later, but I'm going to taste it after I mix it. And I probably want some more, but I'm never for sure if it's too much or too much. So now we're going to go in with our whisk, and we're just going to blend it very well. Whisk it around in there until it gets to a nice creamy mixture. You want to make sure you don't see any of the mayo and the buttermilk separated. They want to be blended together. If this is your first time to the party, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time the fun begins. Alright guys, so I have whisked this together, and as you can see, it's falling right off of my whisk. And as always, you want to go in and you want to taste your food. You want to know how your food is tasting, guys, so you know how much more you need to put in. So I'm going in, tasting it just a little bit, and then determining what more do I need. Do you need to add more vinegar? Do you need to add more buttermilk? Do you need some more seasoning? Make sure you taste your food, guys, okay? So I think I'm gonna go in with maybe a little bit more vinegar and a little bit more of the buttermilk. It needed a little pinch more of the salt, so I went ahead and added that in as well. And now I'm just going back in and remixing it. After I finish remixing it, we're gonna try it again. Depending on how you like your ranch will determine what extra ingredients to add. I like mine a little bit more vinegar, so I add more vinegar. Some people like it more sour, so they'll add more sour cream. And just like that, guys, your ranch dressing is done. I decided to chop me up some celery sticks, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip them in and try my ranch dressing. Really good. Really good. Love the tang. Listen guys, this ranch dressing can be stored in a mason jar with a closed tight lid in the refrigerator for up to 1 week. It can be used on your salad, dipped in with some celery, carrots, or even your pizza. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.